Alright, so what I want to cover first is paragraph alignment, indentation, paragraph and line spacing. So the first thing we'll do is alignment. So those are these options up here. So you've got left, center, right, and justified. So it's how you want the paragraph to sit on the page. So I'll just select this one. So this is left, this is centered, this is right, and this is justified. So it just basically means how you're going to have the information sitting on the page. So that's the alignment there. You can also find the alignment if you open it up here, where you can choose it over here. Yep. Alright, so the next one we have is indentation. So it just basically means how far in you want the paragraphs or the document to be. So there's the left and the right indentation that I'm going to show you in this one. So you can do it two ways. You can do it with the ruler. Remember, if you don't have the ruler, you just click on view and make sure that's selected. So this is how you can do it. So this, if you put your cursor here, it'll say left indent. So if you bring it in, it'll move it like so. So that's how you can do it. Just make sure when you move it, it says left indent, because the top one is the first line indent. And that was covered in 102, where the first line of each paragraph is indented. So you can do it that way, or you can do it this way. Just come in here and change it here. So the right, I want it to be 2 centimeters, so I'll just type it in. I find it faster. And 2 centimeters. Press OK, and that's what it will look like. So that's indentation for this one. So left indent, right indent. You also actually have this one here where you can just naturally, it'll move the whole thing. So it'll move the whole paragraph back and forward, but it's set naturally, so you can also use that. And so paragraph and line spacing. So paragraph spacing is the gaps between here, just like underneath the title and then the paragraph and after each paragraph. So if you go into here, this is where you will find paragraph spacing, where you want to automatically do it. So if I click on the title, after the title I want to show 6 points, and see how it drops. And so for each paragraph, if I select it, I want after each paragraph 12. And if you notice, after each paragraph it's 12. And it just makes it look tidier and have perfect spaces. And then, so that's the paragraph spacing. So it's just the spaces between your paragraph. Or you can come in here, and it's over here where you can change it. Now line spacing is here. This can show you, so at the moment it's pretty close together. Line spacing just makes it a little easier to read. So if we choose 1.5, it changes the gaps. Changes the gaps in that. And you can also do it here. So if I select this one again, select down here, double spacing, and it actually shows you 1.5, 2, so double spacing there, and it's paragraph and line spacing. I also want to point out it's really important to take out all the enters that you have. So if you stick this show hide button, it'll show there's a big massive enter button here, so it won't show that there's 12 points after. So if you actually just take it out like that, then you've got the 12 points. If you press enter, it's not going to show 12 points, it's actually double. So if you take out any enters that you see in there, you just take it out and then it'll align to whatever points the paragraph spacing is at. Bullets and numbering, it's really straightforward. It's just selecting some text and adding bullet points, which is up here. So you can get different types of bullet points. That's where you can find it. So we're going to bullet point this area. So we'll select it, down arrow, and we'll do your ticks. So that's how you bullet point. So, and you can also indent them to go further. So if I choose this one, it'll go in. Or, so if you need it further in, it will actually do that for you. And if you actually want to move it back, you just decrease the indent like that. So that's the decrease and increase the indent. You can do it automatically that way, or you can choose it that way. So that's bullets and numbering. You can also do bullets and numbering where it can be letters. So if we select this area and we put in, say, I will try this one. So if you click on it, you'll see there that they've been bulleted with Roman numerals. So that's another way you can do your documents. So you can do symbols, or you can do Roman symbols or numbers. That's generally something people use, or letters. Right, putting in lines and shapes to create a form. So we go to the Insert tab, pop this down. So we will be using the lines and the shapes up here. You've got a whole lot of other shapes that you can use to jazz up a document and stuff like that, but we're just going to use the lines and the squares for this one. So I'll just enter 4 times, and then when you press Shift and the dash button 3 times and press enter, it puts a nice pretty line there for you. So I've just put in some information there already, so you don't have to watch me type it out, but what we're going to do is enter in some lines just to go across here. So we'll go to shapes, select this line here, and draw a line like that. Alright, so to change the colour, you just come to shape outline, change the colour. You can also change the weight of it, which is how thick it is, so we'll just go with 1 point. Over here, it's actually telling you how long it really is, so what I'll do is I'll change it to 12. And it extends itself, so that's the first one. So we're going to do another one. Click on here, put it under parent signature. Same thing again. I'm going to change colour to black. Weight 1 point. I want to add 210. Okay, so those are your lines there. Now, to make sure that they're matching, the lines are lined up together. So we'll just select both lines. To select the second one, you press Control and then click. Just make sure that so those those circles will show that they're both being selected. So what you can do to line them up correctly, just go to alignment, and if you click right, it'll line up that way. You'll find there's a little gap there. It's up to you, you can actually extend it. And those are the lines that you can enter. Alright, so we're going to enter some little squares for the little boxes. Tick boxes, same thing, shapes. Come to the square. Just draw one in there like that. You can actually copy and paste that. And put another one next to no, and just line it up with the other one. And just to take the colour out of it, just go to shape styles and click on the ABC clear, and it'll do that again. So you have 2 squares over here. And we can change the colour, which is what we will do now, to black. And 1 point. And there is your form that you can put together.